Sunset, my question is, feeling lonely in a relationship, is it a reason to break up and that he is not the match? Well, yes and no is the answer. Yes, because if you're being neglected and no time to grow together or do things together, at least once in a while it is understandable that everybody has their own personal lives and they still are responsible to make ends meet and do their job and have their own personal time as well. But they still should be able to do some things together to be a couple, not just when they're in bed. That's a necessity or pleasure, but also there are other emotions that they need to help develop between the two by doing certain activities that they both enjoy. So having said that, but one has to be responsible for his or her own happiness and not being lonely by picking up things that he or she likes to learn and experience when it's not going to be detrimental to the relationship. So I mean, it's not about the guy who's in a relationship start going out with other girls just to experience things. No, that's not what I'm talking about, or vice versa. I'm talking about that they should be responsible to have their own time, whether it's exercise, sporting, learning, or craft, or something that makes them fulfilled beyond what fulfills them in a relationship, and then come to the relationship and enhance that ability to not to be lonely by a relationship. Not that I'm lonely, I can't be happy or make sense out of my life and have things and activities that I'm interested and can grow with it in my life, so I'm gonna go in a relationship, hope that she will make me happy. So you want to be happy through pleasure, through intimacy, through somebody smile at you, or have that experience of, oh, we're together, we're sleeping together, we're having breakfast together, and then I'm happy. That will run away and run out. And what are you going to do then? Because you're going to get used to that. And then you see, well, I'm no longer happy, because you're only happy for new things that happens to you, like the relationship. But generally, on your own, you're incapable of being happy and not being lonely. So you got to find that ability to be happy alone and not to be alone when you're alone, and then go and add a relationship to it. Otherwise, then you'll expect a relationship to do all these things for you, which becomes a hindrance on either one of you or both of you, and then you just can't stand each other because it's stopping you from anything else that either one of you want to do on your own, because you have to make the other person happy, because the other person is incapable of being happy, and that becomes a conflict all the time, friction, expectation of the other one. What are you doing? Oh, the other one is able to go exercise and do things and learn things and be active in its own space, and one of them is not, and the one who's not is expecting the one who is to also pull her or him out while he's trying to enjoy his life or her life. So one of them is going to be having to pull the other one, and it's going to be a friction. She can't constantly try to make him happy by, come on, let's go do this. Or she wants to do something on her own, she has her own ritual, she can't because this one is limping around and can't do anything on its own. Or vice versa. He wants to go do some stuff and she's incapable of taking care of herself as far as being happy and in a good mood and so on. So he has to constantly pump her up. Well, come here, let's do this, let's go play tennis, or let's go walk, let's go. Constantly an excuse to live. Unfortunately, people today have become to a situation where as if they have to have an excuse to be happy, as if they have to have an excuse to live, as if it's a favor to the life itself that I'm living here. Give me what I want, the money, the car, the this, the that, the entertainment, then I will be satisfied. The hell with you, goddammit. You're here out of 300 million sperms where your mommy and daddy were having a romantic evening. You were the one who were prized with the prize of life, and to come to this playground and enjoy an experience, and you now want to have an excuse to be happy that you are doing a favor to life that you're here. It's the other way around. Bloody hell. Just imagine if we were not in the way that we are today. We were just in the form of energy, and we were living in another planet, all in the highest form of existence, energy, and you're just doing your own things, and then the sound above or the administrators come around and says, who wants to go to a planet called Earth and live in a physical fashion, physical world, and experience that? like a playground, you know. Suddenly the energies always been perfectly doing their things without any physical experiences. Say, me, send me, I'm bored here, god damn it. So a bunch of them are sent to Earth, and they go through getting born, and then go through schooling, and then go through teenage life and all the experiences. Then they fall in love, and they go to university, and they fall out of love, and then they fall in love again, and then eventually after a few relationships they get married, they have children, and so on and so forth, and they experience different adventures and jobs and learnings and things and like that, and they do a great job. So it comes to time that they're old and they're on deathbed. And then with all the things that they did have or they didn't have in their life, there were disappointments, there were good stuff, they were after gold, they were after money, they were after car, they were after things. They learned this world is about money, is about this and that, so forth. So they went after all these things, all their life they did. Can you imagine that? Now, focus on us here. I'm going to switch the example to apply to us. We somehow are born and go through our childhood and schooling and teenage and fall in love and go to high school and go to university and fall out of love and then in love again and few relationship. We also, just like I explained, we get married, have children, and we live a full life. And all through this life, we're looking for money, gold, homes, cars, pleasures, everything that we could find, that we have been learned and taught that this is what the meaning of life is. All that money all the time, stuff to do things, travel. So we get old and we are on a deathbed, and they come and tell us, just like the people who were visiting Earth, and they are now old like us, no different. We've gone through the exercises and now we're old. Both of us, either them who were given this opportunity to experience, or us who've been, who we are, human beings, don't know any other way of life. We're both old, having gone through the exercise of life and looked for money and happiness and gold and all that. All those important things, cars that we died for, homes that we couldn't have, or money and gold and everything else. So now we are on our deathbed, old, and the heavenly sound comes to us, some angel or whatnot, whatever you want to call it, comes to us, says, listen, you've been a good person, you've done a good job, and we want to give you a prize. They say that to both of us, the people who came from the other planet and exercised this, and for us who were born here. They say, what, we're going to give you another wish. So what that wish going to be? That wish, whatever it is, we're going to grant it. What do you think either one of us going to say? Both of us going to say the same thing. Both of us. Neither one of us going to ask for more gold, a house, or a car that we've been beating ourselves in the head all through our life trying to pursue it. The money, the gold, the house, the travel, the this, the pleasure, all that. None of that. We're going to ask for none of that we spend all our life pursuing. We're going to ask none of that when they give us a chance for one last wish. What do you think we're going to ask for? Both of us going to ask, one more day. One more day. Let me live. I don't want to come home now. I don't want to leave. One more day. That's what you're going to ask. But now you're acting like this place, you're doing it a favor by focusing on all the shit that you're going through, while with all the shit that you're going through, at the end of it, when they ask you, what wish will you have? You say, one more day. Well, this was the shit that you were going through. There were so many things that wasn't happening for you. Why is it that you want one more day? Because that's the most important thing in the whole experience of life. You just want to live. That is what you should be focusing on. Not the fact that you don't have or you do have the gold or this and that. These are good. You try for them. Go for them as hard as you can. I'm all for it. But that's not where the real pleasure is. It's about that tranquility, that ability to live. So focus on that, what you're going to ask at the end. One more day. But right now, you have thousands of those days left. Thousands. Don't waste any one of them, because that's going to be the one you're going to ask for. Don't waste it so you won't have to ask it. Do your best. Enjoy the fullest. Don't look for excuse to live and to be happy. Just be happy because you have that what you're going to be your last wish. That one more day, you have it now in thousands. So, God damn it, go be happy. You got what you're going to wish for in abundance right now. That's what I have to say about that.